In the music industry, releasing singles is a strategic way to keep an album in the spotlight for an extended period of time. The more singles an album has, the longer it can sustain momentum, capturing the public's attention over months or years. In this video, we'll look at 10 albums with the most number of singles. Come On Over by Shania Twain. Shania Twain's Come On Over is not just one of the best-selling albums of all time, it is also a record-breaking release when it comes to the number of singles. The album produced an incredible 12 singles, a testament to its universal appeal and Shania's ability to cross over from country to pop. From the album, You're Still the One peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and won 2 Grammy Awards. Man, I Feel Like a Woman reached number 23 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a feminist anthem. That Don't Impress Me Much peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and is one of Shania's signature songs, and from this moment on reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming a popular wedding song. Come On Over was an extraordinary commercial success, selling over 40 million copies worldwide. In the US, it stayed on the Billboard 200 for 2 years and won 4 Grammy Awards. The album's massive appeal allowed it to dominate both the country and pop charts, with singles consistently hitting the top 10 on various Billboard charts. The album's unprecedented success solidified Shania's status as a global superstar. Bad by Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's Bad followed the monumental success of Thriller and proved that he is the king of pop by continuing his momentum. The album spawned 9 singles, 5 of which reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, a record at the time. The number 1 singles from the album were I Just Can't Stop Loving You, which was a great love song, Bad, which topped the Billboard Hot 100 and became a cultural phenomenon, The Way You Make Me Feel, which had an iconic music video, Man in the Mirror, which is considered as one of Michael's most impactful songs, and Dirty Diana, which was the final number 1 from the album. From the album, Smooth Criminal peaked at number 7 and became one of his most recognizable songs. It also had that gravity-defying lead in the music video. The album sold over 35 million copies worldwide and spent over a year on the Billboard 200. It also earned him 2 Grammy Awards and solidified his legacy as a pop icon. Janet by Janet Jackson. Janet was a defining album of the 1990s, showcasing her evolution from a pop star to a more mature artist. The album spawned 9 singles, each exploring themes of love, relationships, and self-expression. From the 9 singles, That's the Way Love Goes topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 8 weeks, making it one of her most successful singles. If peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, again reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song. Anytime, Any Place peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was also sampled on Kendrick Lamar and Drake's historic collaboration Poetic Justice. Janet was both a commercial and critical success, selling over 14 million copies worldwide. It spent 6 consecutive weeks at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and produced 6 top 10 singles on the Billboard Hot 100. The album's success helped Janet win a Grammy Award and further cemented her place in pop music history. I Am Sasha Fierce by Beyonce. Beyonce's I Am Sasha Fierce was a landmark album that introduced the world to Beyonce's alter ego Sasha Fierce. The album produced 9 singles, each highlighting different facets of Beyonce's artistry, from powerful ballads to dance anthems. From the album, Single Ladies Put a Ring on It topped the Billboard Hot 100 and became a cultural phenomenon, going viral on YouTube, inspiring countless dance routines and parodies. Halo peaked at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of Beyonce's most beloved ballads. If I Were a Boy reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, showcasing her vocal range and emotional depth. And Sweet Dreams peaked at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 and is one of my favorite songs from the album. I Am Sasha Fierce sold over 8 million copies worldwide and spent 74 weeks on the Billboard 200. The album earned Beyonce 6 Grammy Awards, including Song of the Year for Single Ladies. Its success solidified her position as a leading figure in pop music, and the album's singles continue to be celebrated as one of her most iconic works. Starboy by The Weeknd. The Weeknd's Starboy marked a new era for him, blending his signature dark R&B with pop and electronic influences. The album produced 8 singles, showcasing his versatility as a musician. The first single, Starboy, topped the Billboard Hot 100 and became an international hit. I Feel It Coming peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 and continued the electronic retro vibe. Reminder peaked at number 31 on the Billboard Hot 100, and Die For You, although it was not an immediate chart topper, gained popularity over time, reaching the top of the Billboard Hot 100 years after its initial release. Starboy debuted on number 1 on the Billboard 200 and was certified triple platinum in the US. The album's singles dominated the charts for years and became global hits. It is now one of the most streamed albums of all time, accumulating more than 14 billion streams on Spotify. The album earned Abel a Grammy Award for Best Urban Contemporary Album and further established him as a leading force in modern pop music. 1989 by Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's 1989 marked a significant shift in her career, moving from her country roots to a fully fledged pop star. Released in 2014, it was both a commercial powerhouse and a critical success, producing 7 singles that dominated the charts. From the album, Shake It Off debuted on number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of her most iconic tracks. Its upbeat, carefree vibe resonated with audiences worldwide, and it remained at the top for 4 weeks. Blank Space also hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and is now one of her biggest songs, staying at the top for 7 weeks. Style managed to reach number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100. Bad Blood, the Kendrick Lamar version, reached number 1, becoming one of the most talked about singles of that year, thanks in part to a star-studded music video. Wildest Dreams peaked at number 5. Out of the Woods peaked at number 18, and New Romantics was the 7th and final single, reaching at number 46 on the Billboard Hot 100 and becoming a fan favorite from the album. 1989 stayed at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 11 weeks and has sold over 37 million copies worldwide. The album remains one of Taylor's most successful releases, with each single contributing to its multi-platinum status. The Taylor's version of the album was released in 2023, selling historic figures in its first week and spawning another number 1 single, Is It Over Now? Whitney Houston by Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston's self-titled debut album introduced one of the greatest voices in music history. From the album, Saving All My Love to You reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, earning her first Grammy Award for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. How Will I Know was another number 1 hit, with its upbeat tempo and infectious chorus, making it a staple on MTV and radio. Greatest Love of All also topped the charts, becoming an anthem of self-empowerment and one of Whitney's signature songs. The album produced other top 10 hits like You Give Good Love, which peaked at number 3, and All At Once, which, although not officially released in the US, was a success internationally. The album peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, staying at the top for 14 weeks. It also became the best-selling debut album by a woman at the time, now being certified 14 times platinum in the US and establishing her as a global superstar. Scorpion by Drake. Drake's 2018 double album Scorpion was a commercial juggernaut, reflecting his dominance of the streaming era. 7 singles were released from the album, and it explored various genres and moods, all while maintaining a strong chart presence. From the album, God's Plan debuted on number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for an impressive 11 weeks, becoming one of Drake's defining tracks. Nice for What was another number 1 hit, showcasing Drake's ability to blend hip-hop with bounce music, and was marketed as his women empowerment anthem. In My Feelings was a viral success, propelling it to number 1 for 10 weeks, partly thanks to the Kiki Challenge that took social media by storm. Non-Stop peaked at number 2. Don't Matter to Me had a weird posthumous feature from Michael Jackson, but still managed to peak at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100. I'm Upset peaked at number 7, and Mob Ties peaked at number 13. Scorpion was a massive success both critically and commercially, staying at the top of the Billboard 200 for 5 weeks, with each single playing a crucial role in its chart-topping performance. It is now one of the most streamed hip-hop albums in Spotify history, accumulating 10.2 billion streams. Rhythm Nation 1814 by Janet Jackson. Janet's Rhythm Nation 1814, released in 1989, is a landmark album in pop music history, notable for its social commentary and genre-blending sound. The album produced 8 singles. Miss You Much was the lead single, which topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 4 weeks and became one of her biggest hits. Rhythm Nation was the title track and managed to become a success, peaking on number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. With its powerful message and choreography, Escapade was another chart-topping single. Alright peaked on number 4. Come Back to Me reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and continued the album's top 10 streak. Black Cat reached number 1, and Love Will Never Do Without You became the final single from the album to reach number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Rhythm Nation 1814 remains one of Janet Jackson's most successful albums, selling more than 17 million copies worldwide. Dangerous by Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's Dangerous, released in 1991, was another masterpiece from the king of pop. The album produced 9 singles, each contributing to its global success. Black or White, the lead single, topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 7 weeks. Remember the Time peaked on number 3 and was a standout track for its innovative music video. In the Closet reached number 6 on the Hot 100. Jam peaked on number 26 and was notable for its music video featuring Michael Jordan. Who Is It reached number 10, and Heal the World peaked on number 27 and was a great humanitarian song. Dangerous was a commercial success, selling 5 million copies worldwide in its first week. It spent 4 weeks on number 1 on the Billboard 200 and was certified 8 times platinum in the US, making it one of the most successful albums of the early 90s. Which albums did I miss? Tell me in the comments below.